I don't know what just happened, but yeah, this is acting up. Good thing it's early in the morning, and thank you for the ones that are still in the live. We're gonna get on to the meat and potatoes. I wanted to truly show you, what somebody had brought to my attention. I am not surprised at all with hearing that there were falsified documents. There were also allegedly other falsified documents prior to that document being falsified, and that was the lawyer document with the money that Chastity had to raise allegedly to get Chrisean Rock out of jail. So there's a lot of things that are kind of sketchy about Chastity. We should none of us be surprised at her behavior. I mean, these people talk about criminal activities since I've been doing this commentary, like bragging about it, like, those are the good old days, even though that, like Chastity, for an example, she's done time behind this stuff. Now, later on today, I'm not going to get too in depth with it, but I'm going to let you guys know that we need to really take the focus solely off of Chrisean Rock, and we need to put the focus also on the fact that Blueface is looking at another sentence allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because things can change, deals can be made in the court system, and people can get away with things that they're doing. Now, people were saying about a week ago it was a setup, which we all know because it was confirmed by Wack 100. It was not a setup. Now, he confirmed that it was a rumor, that it was methamphetamines, meth. However, it was tested for synthetic weed. And, Wack 100 sounded like a crash dummy because he says, "Oh, it wasn't meth. It was passed off as weed, and they tested it for that, but it was only THCHA, three less than 3% of weed. So basically, it was a synthetic drug." Wack 100, just like meth is made, man-made, in people's basements. It's a synthetic drug, man-made. So is pharmaceutical drugs that people can get high off of and they sell on the street. And I don't understand how he's looking at that, trying to downplay it like Blueface is not looking at some serious time for these things that were caught in his cell. Now, the only setup, if you ask me, that has happened to Blueface is that he set in his mind that he's Blueface and he's gonna get away with, because he's Blueface, that being found in his cell. That was the only setup, and he set himself up thinking that. Only a fool would even think that they're gonna get away with that being found in their cell and no repercussions happen. Now, we all heard around social media people saying, "Oh yeah, Blueface is gonna be being sentenced in like a week or so, a few days or so. He's not getting out on July 3rd." Well, now we know. I don't think it's even allegedly, but we'll still say allegedly just to be safe. The reason why they pushed back his court date, he and the reason why he's not getting out allegedly on July 3rd is because Wack 100 said it out of his own big mouth, in my opinion, that the boy has been in some sort of trouble, Blueface, and he's been fighting this case for 3 months on the hush hush. It only got out because of, let Wack 100 tell it, allegedly, Denot, a channel holder, he threw Denot under the bus and said Denot is going around with these rumors, which I believe Denot. And I don't, let me just tell you, let me be quiet. Let me keep my thoughts to myself. But I believe Denot in this setting right now. And he also said, I think World Star posted something as well. So that's what brought the media attention and him having to clean it up quickly about what was going on about the rumors of meth and him being set up. He wasn't, I'm going to keep saying, was not set up. He set himself up because he thinks that he's Blueface and he's going to get away with having some type of substance like that inside of the cell and not get caught like anybody else would. he is crazy to think that. Also, I want to say, because I heard around social media people saying foolishness, like, well, how did it get into the prison? 9 times out of 10, it's a CO who feels as though I don't get paid enough. Now, if you want something to be put in your possession, whether it's for distribution or a personal use, we can bring that in for you, but you're going to have to pay a high cost. Trust me, it costs a lot of money to bring that into the prison. And who but Blueface would probably have that kind of money to pay a CO to have that brought into the prison. So you know what I'm saying? It's almost like everything tracks back to Blueface. He's trying to be something that he's not, and he's getting himself jammed up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's not really take the focus off of Blueface, because a lot of the focus has been on Chrisean Rock. And believe it or not, this has been a blessing in disguise for Chrisean Rock, that she did go see Crash Dummy Blueface. She got caught, and now she's forced to clear up her legal obligations. But I also like, because shout out to Hot T, I like that people are now using, because I saw a post and she used the word extradite. That means they're going to move Chrisean Rock to Oklahoma, and everyone's waiting on that to happen. A lot of people were in denial. Now, the only way Chrisean Rock is going to be able to leave California jail is if the time that is allotted for Oklahoma to come pick up Chrisean has not been met, and it's over the time, or it's that day. Like, say if it's 30 days, they're giving Oklahoma to pick her up. I'm just saying, throwing out a number. Say if it's 10 days. This is hypothetically speaking. Then when those days are up, if they don't come and get Chrisean will be a free agent, and she will be back on the street. Now, getting off to that, my updates with that, I did actually last night, and I actually looked at the rest of it this morning. We all know that Hennessy Review, shout out to Hennessy Review. She does reviews, and I do a lot of commentary lives to her thoughts and her opinions, and also her updates. It's the weekend. We all know she works on the weekend. She has a weekend job, so I was kind of missing her. But we're gonna update the community with her thoughts, like I said, and her opinions on what is going on and her viewpoint. You can't really can't use too many people out here and share their thoughts on your platform with everybody, because everybody's opinions and thoughts are not, their intentions are not in a good place. But we all know that Hennessy Review, her thoughts are in a good place. She has Chrisean's thoughts and Chrisean in her heart. She is definitely a supporter. So we're gonna look at that right now, and I will give my commentary on that. Hey, Vet. Blueface. You said Blueface? What about Blueface, sweetie? So let me share this. I don't want to have, I hope this is coming in clear. I'm gonna be able to see in 1 second. Let me, because I wanna, my internet connection, some reasons acting a fool. So I want to make sure that this is coming in clear when I share this video. Make sure you go subscribe to Hennessy Reviews channel. And let's begin.
On with Chrisean. Is Oklahoma? Are they? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna pull up the dots for you so you can see for yourself. However, the last time I checked, there was not an update to anything except for yesterday with the DA and the arresting agency being in and out of the case file as usual. It wasn't as much activity as it has been in the past. There was some updates from this side nonetheless. These updates, again, just for those who don't know, we do not know what it is that they are communicating. We do not know what it is that they are talking about. All we know is They are talking. Let me get this watermark up here really quickly and let me get into that. Also, let me just remind you, California is 3 hours behind from where I am.
Yes.
So as of right now, California is not open. So if there was any updates that were done, anything that has not, I'm going to use this screen today just because I want to. If there's anything that was to be done today,
like right now, I think it's like it's 6:57 here, so it's 4:57 right now in California. So a lot of my California residents that tune in, unless they can't sleep, they're still sleeping. But yeah, so when she did this update, we like if she's on Eastern Standard Time, which she's in New York, and I'm on Eastern Standard Time, nothing's going to be updated that early to begin with for her to give you if anything has changed. Things change when the office hours of that state is open, and sometimes they don't. We just have to wait.
Not going to show in the system right away, but also everything is closed at the moment. So this is where we are right now with Oklahoma. And just to go in and let's look. And as you can see today at 9:30 a.m., which was just a little while ago, the DA was in the case updating the files. Let's see what the arresting agency has been up to. They have also been in the case at 9:30 today as well. Again, this just shows that there are communications that are happening with the file. In case you did not know, you missed the information, or you just simply wanted to hear it from me, there has been some information as far as the attorney. And I know some people were asking me, what does this mean? So basically, this is saying that, okay, Benton and Gallen and
she plead out
the court to withdraw as attorneys.
Listen, I'm gonna say this real quick. I know Hennessy Review is gonna explain it as well, but we all know what this means. People are just asking questions because they're not using their brain cells. We know this is common sense that means she plead out already. So there's no reason for any legal counsel for that. She plead out. She pleaded out. So this is why he's removing himself. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you. I pleaded out.
It's of record for Chrisean Malone because defendant pled out. She pled out on March 15th of 2023. This case is finalized, wherefore counsel moves the court to withdraw as attorney of record for the defendant herein. This is regarding the case being pled out. The case was pled out and finalized back on March 15th of 2023. What that means is everything that we're dealing with now came from the finalization of that case. Does that make sense? Let me see how this is looking to you guys, though. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see that very good.
Makes sense to me.
Good. I don't like the screen because people can still whatever, but they're going to do whatever, whenever, however they so choose. So I can't do anything about it. I mean, hell, we got people using content. So yes, Henny Glasses in the chat if that makes sense to you, what I just explained. As to this court document here, that is, I'm trying to see where it is. It's over here. This court doc. Okay, so this has nothing to do with what is going on right now. That means that when they went to court and she was given the probation and that was ordered and put into place for her in the community service, it finalized everything. So they are being withdrawn from the case because that portion of the case was closed. Does she have a new attorney? Let's see if it will give me that information. At one point in time,
and as we all know, this legal doc that this is the withdrawal legal doc. This is the legit doc, and yes, I am rubbing it in. Chastity tried to pull off, allegedly, a fake document of this lawyer withdrawing himself off the case. And I think I'm gonna tell you my opinion on why I think that Chastity did that. She did it because she stole all that money from that lawyer. I mean, from Chrisean Rock's supporters. And you have to realize people are gonna say, if he's withdrawn off the case, where did all the money go? Because think about it, there's no reason for a Chrisean to have did that. I mean, Chastity to have done that. Why? What was the reason for it? Good morning. It says it makes plenty of sense. Exactly, makes plenty of sense.
It did show that she had one. Let's see. There's none at this moment. There's no attorneys. That means that there's no one there at the moment. Okay. But I don't want anyone, and I'm going to show you on the screen right
Happy
here.
Saturday.
There is none.
Happy
There's
Saturday.
nothing under the attorneys at the moment. Okay. As far as any movement, we can go and we can pull up the LA sheriffs for you guys and get a look at that. But you know, like I said, I didn't see
I was just thinking
anything
the same thing. Where's the money, Chastity?
that had changed,
girl.
you know. From when I was in here. And again,
that's the only thing I can think of why she would falsify that document. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it just came to mind while I was listening to Hennessy Review and I looked at that withdrawn, the lawyer withdrawn off her case. I just right now, I'm not gonna make it seem like it's been on my head for a couple of days. No, just right now, as I listen to Hennessy Review, showing the lawyer withdrawn off of her case, it just came to my mind. That's why she probably falsified that legal document, because she doesn't want people to know that she did not give any money to that lawyer. Or maybe she gave a few dollars. Who cared a few dollars? Because a few dollars is probably going to come right back to her. But she did that to cover herself. So, you know, but it still doesn't make any sense. This is public information. So people can look it up and see that, like Hennessy Review was going to do. She's one of the best in the game. You know what I'm saying? She reads the documentation. Some people read these. I'm not trying to say they're not other channel holders that are not pulling up these docs and explaining what's going on. But Hennessy Review, she pulls them up, takes the time out, pulls them up, and she explains them in terms where you can understand what them legal documentations are saying. Because it could be confusing. If you ain't went to law school or you ain't been in trouble with the law, you ain't got no business wanting to know or understanding what these legal docs are saying. You don't want to be in the system. This is something we don't want to get. We just know we need to follow the rules. That's all we need to know in life. Everything else is irrelevant.
Just to remind you guys, LA is not open yet, okay? And you do have to also remember they are not very quick with updating her information. So you can see this right here. This is Pacific Standard Time, which is this immediate moment. Okay, so you can see that this is a fresh doc that I just pulled up. You see the housing, everything is still the same. You see that there's still no next court date that has been updated. You see that there's no release information as of yet updated into this system. You also see that Oklahoma hold is still there. None of this has changed. None of this has changed. All of this remains the same.
Like she said, they take forever to update stuff.
And for those of you who want to say, check the vine, check the vine. We all have Chrisean on the vine.
She's still in custody, and a lot of us that have common sense, that especially the ones that do commentary on Chrisean Rock, the easiest and simplest, and I like to do work smarter, not harder. The simplest way to know when she's going to be released or transferred anywhere is to sign up for Vine. That's the most beautifulest feature that they have, is notification. They will send a notification to your phone via text or phone. I do phone recording. People, a couple of, like, when she first, what was it, the 10th, she got locked up. I think a day or so later, I had told people I had got my notification, or 2 later or whatever. I had, I looked in the file and they said she was in the custody. How did you find out that? Because I signed up for the Oklahoma notification on Vine and I signed up for the California. So that's how I knew. People were making it seem like I was acting like I had some type of special powers or privileges. No, some things are just common sense. I'm not a legal attorney, and I have not went to school to give any legal advice or explain any legal situations. And I'm not going to plan on doing that because it's risky. It's territory I don't want to mess with. It has nothing even to do with being lazy. Sometimes I like to tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? And stick to what I know. And I'd rather stick to, the common sense, and that these things are allegations, or in my opinion, discussing with the community my thoughts. That's not an allegation when you're giving your thoughts on what the outcome of something's that's going to happen. I knew the outcome of Chrisean Rock not turning herself in, taking care of her legal obligations, was going to be that she won't end up in jail. And it's going to look worse that she ended up getting arrested instead of going in on her own to clear it up. The courts look at that as a disrespect to the courts. That ain't no allegation. That's not allegedly. That's the facts.
To be honest with you. So if there was any update to the Vine,
thank you, sweetie.
We would have been alerted, because I'm quite sure everyone at this point has Chrisean on Vine. So as you can see, this is as of right now. There's still nothing has changed. She's still showing in custody with a release date of June 20th, which just means that her California case is over. She is being held on the Oklahoma hold right now. There is nothing, no update to any of the Oklahoma information at all. Okay, let me show y'all Oklahoma. All right, there's no update to the Oklahoma information, as you guys can see. All right, so we're going to stop sharing that
because there's no more updates.
And I want to say shout out to everybody who giggled at the title. Let's get those likes up, okay? We are kind of low, and I think that that's only because I put the wrong time.
Hennessy, stay with her nails done.
It says 11 p.m., but it's 11 a.m., and I'm already live. So they may not even realize that I'm already live. I don't know. But anyway, today I decided, because we are still waiting to see what is going to happen with the 28th. Is Chrisean going to come out? Is Chrisean going to be released to Oklahoma? Is she going to show up to court for James? She does have her civil suit with James today. The James Wright civil case is today. Okay, so this is why I titled this Beauty and the Beat, allegedly, because
in my opinion, I'm going to say that again. In my opinion, I don't think that James Wright is going to get anything from Chrisean Rock. It has nothing to do with me being a supporter. I just think that the way it went down, and I really feel like a battery was put into James Wright's back. I don't think that he really wanted to do a civil suit, do anything to harm any way, shape, or form Chrisean Rock. I think that, who had a part in that? I think it was Tamar Braxton and, her squad. You know what I'm saying? People do like to put batteries in people's back. Look at what's going on with Chrisean. She got the worst people putting a battery in her back. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people also like to kick people when they're down. So this is what is going on. A person kicking Chrisean Rock, or people kicking Chrisean Rock while she's down. They know that, yeah, she did, bring a lot of this upon herself, but they're kicking her still while she's down, because that's what sometimes we do in this community to one another. We're like crabs in the barrel. Hurt people. Misery loves company.
I thought that was ish and giggles, okay, at the situation. But anyway,
she has a new channel. Who's she, Rosen? I can barely keep up with the 2 channels I got.
I decided that while we wait to see what's going to happen, let's just do a refresher of some things, because not everybody is privy to all of the information. Some people have some of the information. Some people are still trying to gather all of the information. And I'm going to just go ahead and we're going to do a rundown of the information that we do have, Hennessy, that we do know. Okay. I will let you know, I've gone over those police reports, and unless you guys want me to go over those police reports again, I don't think I'm going to.
Can you, I'm sorry, I said description. Could you please put the link, because aren't you a mod? I could have swore you were a mod. I don't know what's going on with that. But could you please put the link in the chat box so we can go and promote that channel for her and get people over there who don't know? Because I didn't know. I just saw this yesterday, and I also looked at it again this morning. Because sometimes when I get distracted, I just kind of sort of just look at things over again. I wish people had my mindset, because my channel would be through the ceiling if people was to say, I'm gonna look at that video all over again from beginning to end. Because he stated he was not going to do anything at first. Right. Rosen. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the beautiful hearts, and happy Saturday. I said Sunday. Now I'm going to Sunday. Happy Saturday to everyone, and thank you for joining the live, joining me on this day when you could have been still sleeping. Oh, I thought you had a wrench. I don't know what's going on stuff. I'm gonna have to stop watching, because I hope maybe people from, when I used to do Nature Boy commentary. I hope some of them people ain't over here trying to delete. I don't know if they can. I hope they're not deleting my moderators. I'm not. And it would be people from way back, because I have people that still follow me and they pop in here and there. And I hope that this and I know it wouldn't be them doing it. There are people from way back that I wouldn't even remember that might be mods. Hold on one second. I'm gonna give it to you now. I thought you had one though. I'm not understanding that. You have the wrench now. And make sure you let me know, guys, if it's coming in kind of crazy, because my internet's been acting pretty good lately, but I still have my days when it acts up, and I might have to switch on to other Wi-Fi's. Yes, hit the like button and subscribe. Yes, yes, yes. Also, again, Hennessy review. I did put her link. Also, it's also at the top of the description box of this video. And by default, even if I'm not doing a Hennessy review video, she is one of the channels that I have by default down where I have my who to subscribe to. So she's there, even if I forget to put her link up at the top of my description box of any video that I use her content. I always by default have her in that description box. So, it's not a thing where, oh, I didn't show her credit, because and she definitely would not question that Hennessy review with him. But how we always have people that like to plant seeds and all that stuff. Everybody getting sued these days. Right, and she's getting what she deserves. It says, thank you, Miss Teddy. Thank you, sweetie. Let's continue.
Okay, because those police reports make me lose brain cells.
Now I agree with the people are getting
but
sued,
instead
but
I did want to
all of this.
Go over the actual court document. And let me just stop for a second and take a pause for the cause, because I have not done this in a while, and I want to do this, and I also want to make sure we get well past that 10-minute mark, which we're almost at, but I want to be well past it, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep my mouth from cussing. All right. Now, I want to give a year and a what's popping to Be More. Jackson J's mommy, Miss VP, what's popping Wilson Vibes. Okay, what's popping Gloria? What's popping Lauren? What's popping Zoe? What's popping Coco? What's popping Liz? What's popping McKay? We could review what his case is about. All right, so this is James Wright versus Chrisean Malone.
James Wright did not want to do this.
This is not the criminal case, okay? And as we know, the unlimited civil demand is over $25,000. Now I say throw him 30K and call it a day. Verified for complaint. He's alleging assault, battery, emotional distress. I may have to go through these police reports, okay? But let's go to the first cause of action, okay? Assault against defendant.
Yeah, he was doing too much. I think he
Chrisean
let a
Long.
battery be put in his
Okay,
back.
plaintiff realleges and incorporates. Thank you for the chime. I appreciate it.
Let me just say this to you. Let's not downplay it now, because you know how I tell the truth over here and shame the devil. And I'm going to say this to you. That is a good example what James Wright did to Chrisean Rock. He had a battery put in his back. This is why James Wright went through with all of this nonsense that could have been avoided. He should have kept his pause, which, in my opinion, I get this gut feeling the day in questioning when Chrisean allegedly assaulted him. I'm going to still say allegedly, even though she plead out. I don't know, was not there in the flesh, so I still have to say that to protect myself and my channel. However, this is just my opinion. I'm getting this feeling, being a fly on the wall or trying to reenact that day, he probably, maybe sarcastically, and she, she felt that it wasn't a genuine, was she okay? And he touched her and she touched him back. That's just my opinion. Now we're here. And he wants to sue.
This case arises from injuries suffered by the plaintiff after he was struck several times in the face by the defendant while they both were at a concert event working in different capacities. On or about November 11th of 2023, at approximately 12:30 a.m., plaintiff and defendant were in one of the dressing rooms at the Novo, we know where it was located, when they became engaged in a conversation. During a short conversation, defendant commented to the plaintiff how nice he was and how different he was from everyone else at the event who had been mean to her. And we saw video evidence of people being mean to her and shady to her and all of that. Defendant was crying and visibly upset because she stated everyone was lying about her not being where she was supposed to be for her part of the performance. Plaintiff believes and based thereon alleges that defendant was misinformed about her role that evening, as she was only supposed to participate in the ending of the concert performed, called the twerk off portion.
And if they wanted her to really make sure she got her performance in, if that was Tamar and she was missing the action, do you think that the show would have just been over with and they would not have let Tamar do her performance? They would have looked and looked. They would have put everything on hold for that. So why wouldn't you do that for Chrisean Rock? And she's supposed to be a guest. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that was a trigger to Chrisean Rock, if you ask me. And that's just my opinion. We can agree to disagree. I know people are gonna chime in. That's okay. I'm not gonna get mad. Just let's be respectful. That's all.
Now, pause. We've gone through this already. We already know that, first of all, it was said that she was supposed to do this twerk off thing during the she was supposed to do this twerk off event during the intermission, the halftime of the midway mark of the concert. However, in these court documents, it is saying that she was supposed to do her performance at the end of everything. Well, if you go back and you think and you remember, I'm trying to see if I can pull this up while I'm talking to you guys. If you remember, Chrisean at the end of the show actually was coming out on the stage with her mic and was up there with Tamar. So if it be true that she was supposed to perform at the end of the show, okay, then she was properly in place because we all saw her standing off to the side of the stage. Now, whether you agree or you disagree with the person who is subject matter right now, and I have to say that because we have people from both sides of the track on here. Whether you agree or disagree, you cannot disagree with the fact. And the fact of the matter is, if it was at the end of the show, she did. Because where did Chrisean come from? She came from the side of the stage. She didn't just pop up nowhere. And she also had a microphone in her hand, even though they are saying that, Tony put it down and she picked up or whatever the case may be. If that was the portion that she was supposed to be at, then that's where she was. Okay. that part of the story, to me, when it comes down to getting a good attorney on this case, could easily be denied. Okay, it could easily be debunked. There's a lot of video evidence that backs up the fact, if it be a lie, it was a lie. And y'all know me.
Good morning, Sharon Jones.
I got y'all. All right, y'all want to see? Let's go. Let's get to it. All right, let's get to it, because I have it.
Drink some coffee for me.
We're going to stop sharing that screen
No
for a
coffee
second.
for me.
And we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull this up.
Not today,
okay?
Anyways.
My windows will go down. All right. So as you can see, this is from the event. Where is Chrisean? If this is the ending of the performance, wouldn't she be where she's supposed to be? Now, this video is showing where they took the microphone from her.
Hey, Kelly.
So she was out there, because remember, shortly thereafter is where the whole cake incident happened. Okay. She's up there. She's on stage with Tamar at the end of the show.
So I want to stop sharing that, and I definitely want to celebrate. It was said that Hennessy Review has a new channel. I want to see if I can find that, locate that right now, and put that also in the top of the description box of my video. But I also just wanted to talk further. We already heard a lot about the James Wright situation. We also know he does have a civil alleged suit. Hold on one second. I gotta move this out the way. He has a civil suit going on, and somebody has said in the chat, everybody's suing these days, and that's true. You got to be very careful around your people and places and things, because people, when they know you got dough, they want some coins from you. You know what I'm saying? The least thing you do, they're sensitive and they want to do you in. You know what I'm saying? I think that, when Chrisean Rock gets out, she needs to tread lightly. She definitely needs to tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? She's got too much talent. And when I say talent, just for you to bring in an audience on being just Chrisean Rock is a blessing in itself. And I really feel like she's just throwing it all down the drain for this foolishness. I think when she gets out, she's got to reset her mind, and she's got to be selfish. She's got to be selfish. That's the only way she's going to make it and get out of this rut that she's in and put herself first. I'm only allowed 1 cup per day now. Oh, okay. Yeah. It says, I have a reason why I'm not going to be drinking for a while, but I don't want to tell you. I want to at least give it a weekend before I announce the news. But I think you pretty much, probably by me just saying that, you probably have an idea why I'm not drinking coffee. It says, hold on, this thing keeps popping up here. Battery or no battery, she should have kept. Why does this keep doing that? Her hand to herself. Something keeps popping on my screen and I can barely read this. I agree. She should keep her hands to herself. You're right. He claimed he was one that was trying to see why she was crying, and she hit him for nothing. And now he's saying she caused him so much trauma. Well, that's why you should keep your hands to yourself. I would have probably nudged away from him, but I think that she went about it the wrong way. And that's what got her out of trouble. Sometimes we think with our emotions, and I used to be like that too. But we got to factor in, and this is no excuse. She's young. I mean, we already know it was a crash dummy move when she was going into the courts with warrants. So what do you expect? She's got to learn from her mistakes, and she's definitely learning from her mistakes, because look at where she's at. A lot of us told her from the community to, stay out of them courts, clear up your own legal obligations. and do all that, and she didn't want to pay attention to that. She thought that we were trolling her, that we were hating on her and everything. Are you correct, SO? She has to stay focused on her. And Junior, that's it. She was drunk. Yep. Yeah, that's what allegedly they had said. Like I said, I wasn't there. And she was drinking at the time. It wasn't like she had made an announcement that she had stopped smoking her weed and doing her little drinking. But she's young. I'm not making up any excuses for her. She's paying for the actions that she caused on somebody else, which was physically putting her hands on someone. That is not a way to solve any problems in life. And she's paying for it now. I can't downplay everything. And the reason when I say downplay, I honestly mean as in I can't pacify what is wrong and what is right. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. In some, situations, we can't make things make sense that don't make any sense. We can't make a wrong right when it's wrong. And I can't see myself doing that. And I have gotten to a point a few weeks prior to her getting arrested, as you guys know, I was kind of sort of mad at Chrisean Rock. I was very disappointed in her behavior and her not putting herself first or child. And we're not going to get into her child on the platform just because you heard the word child or junior. This is not what this live stream's about. We're gonna tread lightly with speaking on his name going forward on this channel. Because number one, we have no business speaking on him. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. She thought she was untouchable. Yeah, and that's what happens. Just like Blueface. I'm gonna tell you again for the people that are in here. Blueface is downplaying a lot of things because of who he is. And as a matter of fact, I don't know how I forgot to share this. And please, I beg you, go subscribe to this young lady's channel because I found this channel because I look at a lot of content creators. I try to give as much credit for channel holders that don't seem to come across as toxic. And I don't do that often. So when I put somebody's name in my mouth and I share the information, I definitely am in a sincere place. And I think that they mean well as well. And I like to, tell you to go subscribe to their channel and share what their thoughts are. Now we might not always agree with what they say. However, we can see how, people's thought processes are. And I'm trying to find where I saw this at. Let me see if I can put in the search something like this. But I just felt like it really needed to get more attention than what it got because nobody's in the community talking about how Blueface is looking at some serious time. I want to also let me see something. Let me look it up. Chrisean, because I don't know what is going on with this. My computer today is just acting up bad. Hold on 1 second, guys. I don't understand why this is acting up like this. All right, where is this at? I'm gonna put in, maybe if I put into the chat here, Chrisean Rock. Y'all can't see what I'm doing because what I'm doing right now is not what you're interested in seeing anyways. So I'm trying to see if I can locate this video. Let me see if maybe I put it in my like pile because I always make sure I like everybody's. Yeah, this computer's going haywire today, and I'm just like, I'm over it already. I don't know what's going on. This area sucks. That's what's going on. It said she called him every day and talked to him, according to James. She really was sorry about what she did. I don't understand seeing how it got to where it got to be honest with you. I know that she shouldn't have put her hands on him. I'm not like I'm saying this again. I'm not making any excuses up for Chrisean Rock. But I think that a battery, in my opinion, was put in her back. So that's just all I'm trying to say. I really think that it could have been handled differently. Sometime an apology is worth more than money. You know, I think a friendship. If she considered him a friend, and they had a friendship, I think that that should have spoke volumes, and maybe um he could have she could have he could have forgave her just off of the apology. But that's just how I feel. That's might not be how it is. But there's a video I wanted to show you guys, and I thought that I had put it on um watch later. So I'm trying to look for it now. Let me look in here. Oh man, we can't let this video pass up. I wanted you really to hear this. Some China drama. There's a lot of Malone drama going on. They just love some drama, honey. Do y'all ever heard of Netta and Charles? Because I'm gonna start doing content on them two as well. I'm gonna put Chrisean Rock, Blue Face. All right, I'm just looking this up, guys, because we gotta find this. That's how bad I want you guys to listen to this. Because I like the way she had displayed the content, and I'm so mad. I think I even subscribed to. Oh, here it is. I got it. I don't know why I didn't have. Here it goes right here. Is this the channel? Wait a minute. It says, I hope all the haters realize as soon as Rock went in, everybody forgot about Blue. She is the GOAT. Right. Exactly. Okay, so I think this is a channel. I'm definitely subscribed to it. I'm just trying to pull up the video. Chrisean Rock's Solidified Emotion. Was this live? Oh, here it is. I got it. Oh God, I went through all of this. I was determined to find this. I'm sorry. I was determined to find video. All right, so we're gonna as soon as I can get this from spinning, I'm gonna share this right now as we speak. And thank you for your patience. And I just want to let you guys know something while you're in here. When I do daily recaps of stuff that you guys probably miss because I go and I get onto live so early in the morning, and a lot of you guys could be sleeping. But if I'm going live at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning, or even 6, a lot of my supporters are not up. So the recaps are also to get rid of the fluff. Like, for an example, how I was searching around looking for this video here. You guys, when you look at the recaps, you don't have to worry about the fluff, because I've then edited out all the fluff, all the pauses, all the glitches that are going on, all of that. And I might even add memes or updates on stuff that's going on with Chrisean Rock, Blueface, or just random stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the recaps, I think the recaps are really where the prize is at, because those videos are edited. some of the beginning is taken out where you probably had to wait. I might have had the mute button on or something like that for 2 minutes. You don't have to wait because it'll go directly to what I'm trying to say. So, don't be confused about the recaps that I put out daily. Be very blessed that I'm putting them out. It helps you also play catch up. Now, listen to this, guys. I've been saying this about Blueface.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Consider subscribing to my page.
I will provide this young lady's link. Her channel name is Yes Amen TV. And I will
have a
definitely
great community over here where we talk all things entertainment news. All of this information is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Y'all heard how my voice started shaking because y'all you got to be careful with some of this stuff.
Put a Y in the chat if you guys want me to start doing commentary on Netta and Charles. I'm doing it on this channel anyways, but I'm just wondering who knows who she is and would they want me to put that on this channel. I'm doing it either way, but I'm just curious.
So yes, all of this stuff is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, okay? So you guys, shout out to everybody supporting me and showing me love. You guys, Blueface could be facing up to 3 additional years behind bars. Now, I have been reading that he could also be facing up to 2 additional years behind bars. But from what I'm reading, it's bouncing between 2 and 3, 2 and 4. But regardless of the fact, you guys, this man is literally facing up to an additional 3 years behind bars in LA. So if you all don't know, he is obviously already locked up. Let me just go ahead and read off exactly what he turned himself in for. So basically,
now her opinion on this matter with Blueface and the time he might be sentenced to is her allegations, her opinion. However, I've been speaking on this, so I cannot call the kettle black about this girl. Pretty much telling you what a lot of people in the community are not really speaking too much on, in that Blueface is facing more time. And nobody's talking about it. And I wonder why.
You guys, he turned himself in for violating probation. So it was a probation violation, and he turned himself in on January 12th. So you guys, I cannot believe we're already almost in July. It's so crazy. So again, Blueface turned himself in early January, and he basically said he had to handle some mandatory issues and blah blah blah. Now we all know that was a probation violation because he just cannot stay out of trouble. No matter what happens, this dude is always in trouble, fighting somebody. He had an alleged attempted murder charge from Las Vegas when he was fighting, and this man is always in some type of trouble. So with that being said, y'all, I took it upon myself and researched the penal code. So basically, he got another charge. They were doing a mandatory routine check of his cell. Okay, when you're incarcerated, honey, you don't have no privacy. They will go in your cell any time of day and just search your cell. So they did a mandatory search of his cell, and y'all, they found methamphetamines. Okay, whether he was doing the meth, whether he was dealing the meth,
which it wasn't found to be that. That was what the rumor was. We know from Wack 100 with his big mouth when he had to confirm or deny the allegations. He said it was tested for THCA less than 3% weed, which we all know synthetic drugs are made every single day. Meth is not a real drug. It's a man-made drug, but if it's caught inside of Blueface's cell as well, he will pick up another charge. But let Wack 100 tell it, he's not going to pick up another charge, which we know that's further from the truth.
Making money or whatever like that, y'all. Whatever he was doing, he's obviously not supposed to have. That's considered contraband, a controlled substance. Okay, so I researched the penal code. I can actually go ahead and share you guys. This is not good. I keep saying this man is not gonna get out for some time now because he still has to basically face those charges. And Nevada. This is LA. So the more charges you have to stay in LA, and then he still has to do Nevada on top of that. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. So this is the penal code, okay? Penal code 4573. It's right here, clear as day, y'all. It makes it a crime to bring a controlled substance into a California jail or a state prison. A conviction is a felony, punishable up to 3 years in county jail. Let me go ahead and repeat that, y'all. Penal code 4573 makes it a crime to bring a controlled substance into a California jail or state prison. A conviction is a felony, punishable up to 3 years in county jail. Then the penal code breaks down even further. Now, this is a lot. I can just kind of paraphrase it. But it basically breaks down everything. This is just crazy. Because as you can see, it's right here. Any person who knowingly brings or sends into or knowingly assists in bringing into or sending into any state prison or jail or anything like that is punishable. And who were the people bringing it in to him? They're basically saying that the guards were in on it. Like a lot of the, CEOs and the guards and stuff in the jail, they're basically saying that they're in on it. Prison officials, jail officials, stuff like that. It wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that no one really truly knows about. And it's really sad. So again, if you look all the way down here at this last paragraph right here, a controlled substance is guilty of a felony punishable by imprisonment, okay, of 2, 3, or 4 years. Now, my thing is, what determines if it's 2, 3, or 4 years? What determines that? Let me down. Let me see if I can find it. It said H beside it. I'm trying to figure. Oh, you don't have a defense. What are the best defenses? You don't have a defense for that. I'm sorry. There's a defense
to a video, and per state they have a legal book with numbers in it, and they read off what it pertains to the crime and the number of how much they can hold that person up to per charge. And that's how they come up with the sentence. And I probably one day will pull that up soon so you guys know what I'm talking about, so there's no confusion. But I definitely won't be getting into it today.
To bringing drugs inside of a cell. There's no defense at all to that. What's the potential punishment? Okay, so that's right here. Bringing drugs into a jail can be 2, 3, or 4 years. Now, in lieu of jail time, the judge may grant you a felony/formal probation. What is that? What is that? So if they don't give him extra jail time, he could get a felony or formal probation. What's that? Let me go ahead and click this, because what is that? Felony probation, all I know is formal probation is
okay, so somebody put in the chat if they remember what was court date of his sentencing, Blueface's sentencing. Thanks.
So it's basically the same. It's like probation, but you have stricter terms, basically. Wow. You got to report to your probation officer. Not everyone qualifies. The judge can determine eligibility. I highly doubt they'll give him probation, though. I feel like they're going to give him extra time because he's already incarcerated. They're not going to give Blueface probation because he turned himself in for a violation in probation, and then he got another drug charge behind bars. They're not going to then give him felony probation. That's why I was confused. I'm like, what, is there a difference or something? No, they're not going to give him felony probation. There's no way, because I'm pretty sure he was already on some type of probation. I don't know if it was a felony probation he was on or what. Long story short, he was already on probation and he violated that. So you can either get 2, 3, or 4 years for an extra drug charge, or like a felony probation, which I highly doubt because he violated the first one. Wow, so crazy. Felony probation up to 5 years, supervision level, supervised. It literally has a table showing. This is California, you guys. You guys can see like the link and everything that I'm using. This is the state of California. Now, could he possibly get this expunged once he serves his time, pays his fines, and get it removed off his record? It says yes, he can. But like I said, y'all, he basically is gonna have to deal with They're not gonna chance giving him no felony probation when he already terminated, the first one. He didn't do right by the first one. Let me come back up on the screen here. It's just very, very sad. It's very, very sad all the way around that this man literally goes into jail for for a violation in his probation. We don't know if it was a felony probation or a misdemeanor. We don't really know, but it was probation. He literally goes into service time for that. Turns himself in, by the way. Okay. Gets in there. He's serving his time for a few weeks. Now he's caught with something in his cell.
Yes. Crash dummy.
I guess he thought he was in the clear, because if they're saying that the COs and, the jail attendees or whatever, if they're saying that they are in on smuggling the stuff in for him, then maybe he felt safe to a certain extent. Maybe he got sloppy. Maybe he's like, look, I don't have to hide this stuff as much. I can tuck it under here. I can tuck it under there. I'm cool. I'm cool with the COs. We locked in.
Yeah.
And whole time, boom, they bust you. It's unfortunate. You catching a drug charge in jail, y'all.
Yeah,
listen
crazy.
To me. That's the worst thing. I've had people in my circle, serve their time, and they literally get into one fight.
And you get more time.
And boom, you got to serve an extra 30 days. Or you didn't comply with this regulation. Boom, you got another 60 to 90 days. They're not playing with you. They're not playing with you. It's best to just steer clear of the drama. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Chasing people that don't want to be in your life, like the whole Chrisean and Blueface thing, back and forth, basically trying to chase a man and all this stuff. Ladies, gentlemen, please stop it. Love yourselves. If somebody do you dirty or wrong, I understand how you want to take vengeance into your own hands. I get it. We're human, but at the end of the day, think of your freedom.
Yeah.
Who wants to be in a 2x4 jail cell? I don't care what Chrisean and Blueface says, like he got a personal chef and all this stuff. I can have a personal chef now, honey, and I got my freedom. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can have a personal chef right now, and I have my freedom. I can move around, make my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, jail is no place where you want to be. So you literally get in there and you catch a whole nother drug charge, man. Like, you catch a whole nother charge
even
Wack while being incarcerated. It's just ridiculous at this point. And
being foolish.
Some people are like, oh, he's gonna be out this year. We don't know that. We don't know that. I mean, the judge is probably already done with him. He's already in there for a lot of other stuff. Then on top of that, again, he catches another charge. On top of that, he still has to face Nevada. Okay, for everything that went down in Nevada. He's not in the clear with Nevada yet. So, like I said, the more charges and all this stuff he gets while he's in jail in LA, he's gonna stay in LA.
So again, I will put in the description box at the top. Yes, Amen TV. Good commentary video that she put out here. But I want to just say this to you, that we got to get out of the mindset or starting the rumor that he got set up. He did. Wack 100 confirmed that he did not get set up. Blueface set himself up. And that's period, point blank. So I will be back on here later on. I'm going to get off now because I have some things that I have to do early morning. I also have another update that I'm going to keep for later because it'll be more people inside of the live. So stay tuned. Make sure that your notification bell is on with the option all. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also, my second channel is up here to go subscribe over here. Let me get to it. Make sure you're subscribed to the second channel. Hi, Constant. Good morning to you. I did see you. And make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And I am out.